Hello guys, welcome back to another episode of the Roving Naga. Hope you guys are doing great. Well, today I'm very excited because I'm going to meet my old friend Mike. Okay, so he's coming all the way from. He's been to North Korea recently, and he's coming back from there. I guess he's coming back from Vietnam. So, Mujin Jawala, a lot of adventure is going to happen, and then one big thing is going to happen this time. So, I do all the spoiler alert na dio. But anyways, muita yolo kulasi, and I'm going to ask him his adventurous journey was. So he has been to China, Laos, and all those places, and especially the North Korea thing is going to be very exciting. So let's hear from him. Let's meet him and let's hear from him, like what happened there.
You look more and more like a biker gang every time I see you.
Really?
Yeah. It looks cool though. It's cool. Listen, I got you a present from North Korea. These are 727s.
Yeah.
These are the best cigarettes you can buy in North Korea, and they're smoked by Kim Jong-un.
Really?
Yeah, bro.
It's a North Korean cigarette.
North Korean ciggies.
Give it by Mike. Thank you.
You're welcome, brother.
And then lots more coming up, but right now we are doing the registration in the police.
Yeah, registering the police station, which always takes long. And then we're off to, what's the name of the village we're going to?
Logweshino.
Logweshun. Going to Logweshun to attempt to get to know them, speak to them.
Something big is coming up.
Something big is coming up.
Mike is getting registered in the police station. Police station the registration code lage. So it's a menu. Police station na registration code. So you have to submit his documents and all and get registered in the police station. So we are doing that right now. At the moment, it's a menu police station. Yeah, Mike is back to Nagaland.
Back to Nagaland after one year kind of.
Yeah.
I was here 2 weeks ago for like 24 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, he's back to Nagaland for something big.
Yeah.
Something big is coming out.
I hope something big is coming out.
Yeah. And I've been to like, I was watching his videos, style of videos. I was watching all his videos, in China. And all it was damn crazy. You got arrested by the the Chinese police, right?
Yeah, they didn't arrest me, but they took me in they took me into the station for questioning. But actually, they were really nice. They were super nice, man. Like they were more like, you know how you said here in Nagaland, I have to register where I'm standing, and it's for my own safety, right? Yeah. It's the same in China. Oh. They just want to know where you are in case something happens to you. It's going to be a lot of paperwork for them if something happens,
And you slept in a gas station also, right?
Slept in a gas station once. I slept in a abandoned wind turbine yard once. I slept in a truck with a truck driver. No, we didn't sleep together, but we had separate beds. That was fun, man. It's crazy. Yeah.
How was the whole experience like for the China thing?
I love China, man. I love China. People are very friendly. The only problem is the English. Like, no one speaks any English. Oh. Very rarely. Maybe 1 in 100 people.
Okay, did you meet any Western people there?
No, not until I got to Beijing. So for the first 3 weeks, I didn't meet a single Western person.
Okay, you have been to the rural side also, right?
Very rural. Far west. It's called Xinjiang. Like, it's funny because it's not even like Chinese. It's like more like Turkish. The people look different. The people look like they're from Turkey or something, or Middle East.
Oh, really?
Yeah, very interesting.
Not chinky like me, no? Okay. Mike is growing crazy, and his views, he's getting millions and millions of views on YouTube.
Yeah.
I remember the time like when he first came to Nagaland. Not like we met first. He was with Rennie and he came and he was so ready for everything.
Yeah.
Jobs today say so he was so ready for everything, and now look at him. He became big, but he came back to Rennie and us to meet us.
Of course, man. Like I will always come back to Nagaland. I was just thinking, it's one of my favorite places. It's peaceful. It's got good energy about it. It's just like a little secret heaven. Do you know what I mean? Away from the rest of the world. And I'll always come back here. At least once a year to come and see Roving, come and see Rennie, come and see Rennie's mother. and hopefully do some more traveling with these guys outside of Nagaland. That's my plan. My plan hopefully is for us to do some stuff away from Nagaland at some point, because, you know, there's only so much you can do in Nagaland after a while.
Yeah.
You know, we need to start looking at
Yeah.
beyond the state.
Go outside of the box.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. But, you know, to be honest, you know, for us, you know, it's very difficult to travel.
Yeah. Yeah.
You've got a very strong passport.
Got a strong passport, yeah, but I mean, you could travel within India, right?
Yeah.
Um,
No, but to be honest enough, like it's a different thing. But if we go outside from India, to the rural side, it's very dangerous for us because we don't look the same.
What? So if you go to like Rajasthan,
Yeah, it's difficult. They will think that we're Chinese or something.
yeah,
Yeah.
but why does that bother you?
Because a lot of bad things happens to people like us.
Really?
Yeah. Bad things happen.
Yeah.
To the foreigners, you know, bad things happens. Bad things happen. Many bad things happen. You know, like a couple who was driving in a bike. Okay, they were driving a bike. Who was touring around the whole world. You know, they got robbed, and even unfortunately, like it was a very sad story. Okay?
Yeah.
The lady got raped.
Attacked, yeah,
Sexually molested by some group of people.
Yeah.
By a gang. So something like that happened. We don't have that security, you know, like.
The thing is, dude, and it's the same. Like, people talk about traveling India, and they say India is unsafe, and I've travelled a lot of India,
But it's safe for the white people. I would say it's very much safe for the white people.
Do you think so?
Yeah, because they know that you're a foreigner. For us, they would think that we are from Nepal or from China,
Yeah.
or from some, I don't know what
Yeah.
they would think. But you know, they have this thing. You know, Chinese means like we are like a little bit enemy of the
Yeah.
nation, you know, because of the border issue.
Yeah.
I would say like that. It's just like
There's some. You're saying there's some like prejudice or some racism against
Yes,
people
yes.
that look East Asian.
like this.
Yeah.
So it's like that. So yeah, but it's fine. One day I'll try to travel around. Maybe if the time gets better in India. Still hoping. And then tell me about the story about like the North Korea story.
Yeah, North Korea story. So I've been working on going to North Korea for like 6 months. I wanted to go 6 months ago, and I heard that it was opening. And the North Koreans are very elusive, so you don't actually know whether or not it's okay. You come in. You don't actually know whether or not they're being honest. They change their mind all the time. They said we're opening in November, and then December, and then January, and then finally I get an email saying it's happening in a few days, and I was like, great, cool. And then it got cancelled again. So I decided to come to Nagaland. This was 2 weeks ago. Come to Nagaland, and I travelled from Vietnam to Kolkata, from Kolkata to all the way to Rennie's house. So about 16 hours of travelling. And I got out of the cab in Waka, looked at my phone. North Korea open 4 days from now. Do you want to be the first one inside? And I knew that for the YouTube video, I had to be the first one in there.
Yeah.
There's a big difference between being the first British person in there and the second, or the third, the fourth, you know? I knew how big it was going to be. So I said to Randy, I'm so sorry, bro. And I said to you, do you remember? I said, I'm so sorry, bro. This is the biggest thing in my career so far, probably. I need to go. So I turned around and went back to Vietnam, to China, and then into North Korea. And it was a very bizarre experience. It's a country that has been sealed off from the rest of the world for 5 years. And it felt like that. It felt isolated. It felt like the people hadn't seen anyone for a long time. And it was just weird place, bro.
So they checked the camera and stuff?
They actually didn't check the camera. They told us, they said, if I tell you yes, you can film this, then you can film. If I say no, then you can't. And there were times when they said no. There were times when they said yes. There were times when I would kind of like secretly, film something, but they were fine with it. They didn't check my camera on the way out.
Oh, really?
Which I was very surprised about. The thing is, people think that North Korea is a very, very dangerous place. If you follow the rules, if you follow the rules are very, very strict. You can't go out by yourself. If you take a picture of Kim Jong-un's statue, you cannot cut any of the statue out.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's illegal. you have to always refer to Kim Jong-un as Marshal Kim Jong-un. You can't just say Kim Jong-un. You can't speak out against the government. You can't speak out against the party. There are many, many things you cannot do. Mm-hmm. If you follow those rules, it's probably the safest place in the world. There's no crime. Mm-hmm. You're always being watched, so nothing's going to happen to you. Mm-hmm. If you break the rules, for example, there was an American chap, American fellow, about 7 years ago, who got drunk one night, and he went into a part of his hotel, the staff floor, and he stole a poster from the wall. Right? Okay. It's a Kim Jong-un poster, like a phrase from Kim Jong-un, propaganda. And he took it off the wall. He was drunk, took it off the wall, tried rolling it up, put it in his bag. It didn't fit, right? So he left it on the floor, went to bed. Next day, woke up, went to the airport in Pyongyang to leave, right, the capital city, to leave North Korea. And when he gets to the airport, North Korean agents are there waiting for him, right? They've got CCTV of him taking this poster down. He got taken away. He got sentenced to 15 years hard labour. 15 years of hard labour in a political prison camp for 15 years. No one heard from him. His parents couldn't get him out. America couldn't get him out. No one could get him out. China couldn't get him out. 15 months later, he turns up at the border of China in a coma, completely brain dead, died 5 days later. So it's the kind of place where that's so scary because that can actually happen. But if you follow the rules and you don't steal a poster and you don't break any rules, then it's okay. Now, as a content creator, my job was to try to get the best content possible. And so I had to kind of push the boundaries. I had to ask the political questions. I had to try to film the things that I wasn't allowed to film. And it was scary because I was like, this is uncomfortable. I felt uncomfortable. There's no Wi-Fi, there's no internet, there's no nothing when you're in there. There's nothing, so you can't contact anyone. You feel very isolated. You can't contact your mother. You can't call your friend. So if something happens, there's just nothing. No one can do anything. If I got arrested there, I would never see my family again. They could never even call me up. They just couldn't. It's really scary. So yeah, I'm very glad. It's the only country I've ever been to where I was really, really glad to leave.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You've been to Laos also, right?
I've been to Laos, yeah. Yeah. But I love Laos.
A lot of similarity between Laos and Laos, right?
With Laos and Nagaland. Yeah, there's similarities, yeah. It's very similar landscape, first of all. The people kind of they look similar. And there's a tribal element to it. They have the Hmong tribe. You know Hmong tribe? Yeah. They've got several different tribes up there. So there are a lot of similarities. And
the food?
The food in Laos is okay. It's kind of similar to Thai food, I guess. More like Southeast Asian, like fried rice and stuff.
Mostly rice, no?
Mostly rice and meat and fish, river fish, that kind of stuff. Because it's a landlocked country. So a lot of river fish. Yeah, the roads are probably worse than Nagaland.
Oh, really?
Yeah. God, some of the worst roads I've ever driven on, man. I've got stitches. I've got 5 stitches in the back of my foot. Oh. Because I came off the bike.
Oh.
Yeah. I was standing, and what do you think? So I was going downhill like this. It was literally like this. Okay. And the road was completely just big grooves in the road, big pieces of missing, and I was coming down. This was maybe day 3, and it was just this road all day. It was horrible. And I read online that you were supposed to stand up, right, to try to control the bike and lean back. But then one thing said you should use the front brake. Yeah. And I was coming down, and the front wheel just went into this groove, and I was standing, and it was a tall bike, and I came off, and I was okay, but I had a big cut in the back of my foot here. Okay. So yeah, I need to take I need to give you some off-road lessons. What do you think? Yeah.
Something big is coming out. Something very big is coming out for one of us, and especially for Mike, because we have been planning this for about a year.
Over a year, yeah.
So finally it's happening, and I believe Mike is very happy to be back in Nagaland. see, we Mike and me and Rennie and like we are like brothers only. We're like brother, more like brothers only. And I whenever I see Mike, I feel like he's just our kind only.
A Naga.
Yeah, another,
Yeah.
another dude. No.
Yeah.
He
I feel like that. It's
Yeah.
it's the one place in the world I feel very
he smokes
comfortable.
bidi. He eats Tamil. He can eat anything. He can eat our local food. He can also do a little bit spicy food also. He can a little bit spicy also. He can handle it. So yeah, big thing is coming out. Side agree to act say, and then finally the notorious English guy is back to Nagaland.
Thank you, dudes.